Let's be honest, it was kind of a rough week and a rough way to end January and begin February, but a lot of those things are not in my control, and I think that's probably how a lot of you feel as well. When life happens, and you just roll with the punches and see what you can do. So if you want to see what's sold in the midst of just a lot of life, then stay tuned.
Won't nobody love you the way they should. Won't nobody check up on you, make sure you're good. Won't nobody check those body tremors for your neck.
Hey everyone, my name is Becky Park. I am a part-time reseller on Poshmark and eBay. I would love to say Mercari, but I did not have a Mercari sale this week, so let's exclude that from the list. If this is your first time checking out my YouTube channel, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. And if you enjoy what you see, please consider subscribing and hitting that little bell notification so that you are alerted every time I upload new content. And if you enjoy what sold videos, make sure that you hit that thumbs up like button as well, because it does really help out my channel. But it was kind of a rough week this past week. And it's still kind of continuing in the roughness, in the sense that last Thursday, I went on a music conference with some students, and that part was fun and awesome and amazing, and I got to actually do a lot of thrifting while I was out there, as well as, attend some workshops and things like that and improve myself as a music educator. But while I was gone, and I was gone from Thursday to Saturday, I left Thursday in the morning and came back like Saturday early afternoon. But while I was gone, my husband texted me and said, our children are sick. And they both had fevers. My son did not go to school on Friday, but my daughter did. But from that point on, they just, were very feverish and had all sorts of other symptoms. Come to find out, they have the flu and we're still battling it. Today is Wednesday when I'm filming this. And I try to film these really like on Sunday or Monday of each week to capture what happened the, week prior. But it's just been mayhem here with sick kids and a lot of stuff going on at work too. So it's been very difficult to find time to do reselling stuff, and it shows in my sales. And I think also because last weekend I was so busy thrifting and doing that kind of stuff. And, I was at this conference and I was basically a glorified chauffeur to my student who was there for composition. I just didn't get to do as many reselling things as I would have liked. So it showed in my sales, and it is what it is. So my kids are still sick and we're still kind of dealing with that. I did stay home from work 2 out of the 3 days this week so far, to be at home with my kids. So it's been kind of rough. So any prayers you want to send our way, that would be amazing. But in this video, we're going to be talking about what sold last week, regardless of life happening. Thankfully, even when life is kind of stinky, there are still sales that come your way, especially because of hard work that you've put in before. And I'm really thankful for that. So there are a few sales to talk about. And then we're also going to do a recap of the month of January, which I don't typically do like month recaps, but I did have a video where I talked about my goals for 2020. So we're going to talk about how at the end of January, I'm doing as far as meeting those goals. So let's get right into what sold. On Monday the 27th, which happens to be my brother's birthday, I sold a few things. The first was this Express Design Studio 100% silk tie. Why did I write scarf? It was a tie. And that I sent out offers to watchers on for $10.90. I believe that I had it listed for maybe like $14.99, but I saw that it had a watcher and I just went for it because I was like, I want to get rid of these ties. I don't know, I have like 5 to 10 ties. I don't do well with ties, but you'll see that I actually sold a couple this week. So that one, I had them pay for $3 of shipping. Ties are so little and lightweight. It only cost $2.93 to ship out. And so I ended up making $9.16 on that. I think my husband just gave that to me because he was like, I don't wear this anymore. I think he had another black tie. So he was like, you can take this one. So I was like, okay. So that was, free profit. The next one I was really excited about, I've been finding J.McLaughlin a lot, I feel like, while I've been out. And J.McLaughlin is not a huge brand. They are not sold like in department stores or anything like that, but they have standalone stores here and there in different parts of the country. Sorry, there's something in my eye. And their stuff is really expensive. Like I went to one in a suburb of Chicago just because I had heard that the brand was great. I had picked up a couple pieces myself and sold them for good money. So I wanted to go inside one of the stores and see what they were all about and just kind of like touch and feel the clothes and just get a feel for the brand. But oh my goodness, like things are really expensive, especially if they're made out of their signature Catalina knit. And it's like basically nylon and spandex, but it's just got really good weight and stretch to it. So if you find anything that's made of that Catalina knit, it doesn't say Catalina knit anywhere on there necessarily, but the material content, like I said, is nylon and spandex, and it's just got like a really great feel to it. I don't know, it's just really nice. So this was not one of the Catalina knit pieces, but this was the J.McLaughlin Arlette blue ribbed turtleneck in a size medium. This, I believe I had it listed for $39.99. Someone bought it outright. I had them pay for $5 of shipping, and it only cost me $4 to ship out. So I ended up making $35.14 on that item. I remember I found this turtleneck as well as an identical one to it in white at my local Goodwill, and I was shocked that they were there, but I found them. I don't think that they were priced up or anything like that. They were just in the regular section of Goodwill. I think people have a hard time marking up turtlenecks because people don't want to do the work to like reach inside and look at the tag. And furthermore, I don't think a lot of people know J.McLaughlin very well, especially at places like Goodwill. And so these were not marked up. The white one did have a little stain, so it's still in my like cleaning pile, aka my husband is going to get the stain out, but I'm excited and hopefully I can get, $40 for that one too. That was only listed for, I want to say a couple weeks, maybe not even. So if you find J.McLaughlin, I would highly consider picking it up. Those were my only sales. On Monday, I had 0 Poshmark sales. And then on Tuesday, the 28th, I had a couple sales on Poshmark. And I think these go to show that you cannot just pick things up based on brand. And I think there are still some brands that when I see them, I do like a little gasp, like, I get so excited about seeing them, but really just because the brand is great does not mean that the item is, and does not mean that people will pay top dollar for that item. So this first item, which I believe is an example of that, was in my 4 for $25 sale because I had had it for so long in my Poshmark closet. And it was this Anthropologie Athleta embroidered, I call it a blouse, but it was more of like a tunic, shirt, I don't know. It was like a peasant blouse really, in a size medium in this really pretty gray color with like a contrasting trim. I had it in my Poshmark closet maybe for like $18, and someone sent me an offer for $13, and I was like, yes, please get this out of my closet. So I made $10.05 off of that. But again, that was, after having it in my closet for at least half a year, if not longer, with like decent interest, but no one actually sending any offers. So happy to get rid of it finally. Would I pick that up again? No. Like, just because it's anthro does not mean that it's amazing. And I think we're all understanding that more and more. But like I've said many times, because I rarely find Anthropologie where I live, I still get really excited when I find it, but I need to train myself to like calm myself down. The next thing, again, I picked it up because I was like, oh, this is a great brand, and it is Patagonia, and it was a black chinchilla zip-up fleece in a size medium. But I think the reason why this sat in my closet for a really long time with very little interest, I think there were a couple reasons really. One, the logo that says Patagonia was also black. Like, it was like embroidered on in black thread. So it was really hard to see. You couldn't see the fact that it said Patagonia. And let's be honest, like if you're wearing Patagonia, you kind of want people to know that you're wearing Patagonia. And so you want the logo to show. So that was strike number one. Strike number two was the fact that my pictures stunk. And this was before I really understood like how to get the most out of my black pictures. If you want to see my tutorial on how to edit pictures, and especially how to make your black clothing items look really good, then I will link my photo editing video down below in the description. But this was not how to do it. So the color was just really off, like it was really faint. It just looked like it was really faded, when in fact it was in pretty good condition. So I have had this in my Poshmark closet for well over a year. I believe I had it listed for $28. Someone sent me an offer for $22, and I was like, yep, you can have that for $22. So I made $17.60. And then on eBay, I sold this pair of Free People brown corduroy floral print skinny pants in a size 27. I picked these up at my local Plato's Closet when they were doing their 70% off clearance sale. So they'll do like 50% off of all the stuff they want to clearance down, and then they'll move to 70%, and then finally they'll move to 90%. So I did want to check it out when it was at the 70% off discount, just to see if there was anything really special worth picking up. And I only picked up a handful of things when I went that time, this being one of them. And I picked these up because they are free people and corduroy is in. And even though like printed bottoms are not super in right now, I still thought they had like a really cool boho look to them. I believe that they sold for my full asking price. I think I had them listed at $27.99. They did sell via promoted listings. I had them pay for $5 of shipping. They actually cost $5.27 to ship out. So I made $23.10. And those moved fairly quickly. I think I only had them listed for like 2 to 3 weeks. And then the last thing to sell on eBay, again, with the J.McLaughlin. So again, if you find it, like I don't know why you wouldn't pick it up unless it's in like bad condition or something. But this was actually made of that Catalina knit, and it was the J.McLaughlin white Mavis Jacquard Catalina knit top in a size small. This was new with tags, which I think made it even more desirable, but it was at the end of the day, like a plain white shirt. So after looking at comps, I wanted to price it much higher, but I ended up pricing it around, I think $37.99. And someone sent me an offer for $34. So I went ahead and accepted it because I had not had this listed for very long at all. I think only like a few days. I had them pay for $4 of shipping. I paid $3.31 to ship it out. So I ended up making $29.75 on that. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head where I got it, but I want to say at a Goodwill. Like I want to say I picked it up locally and fairly recently. I wanted to list it higher because I have sold a plain black shirt made of the Catalina knit by J.McLaughlin for like, I want to say $45. So especially because this was new with tags and that black one wasn't, I was thinking, you know what? Like I bet I could make $50 or $60 on this. But when I was looking at recent comps were showing shirts similar to this selling actually for like $20 to $30. So I think I actually got pretty lucky and did pretty well for myself by getting that $34 for this top. Moving on to Wednesday the 29th, I only had Poshmark sales, and my first one was a 4 for $25 bundle, so 4 items for $25, and that is like a sale that I have running all the time in my closet. Just stuff that I'm either sick of looking at and I've just, had them for far too long and they just need to go, or it's stuff that I get free from people that like they wouldn't sell very well on their own, but they would make great bundling pieces. So the first was something that someone gave me, and it was this Kim and Cami, which it seems like it's like a boutique brand, black front tie button-up blouse in a size large. This was given to me by my friend who lost a ton of weight on the keto diet. I'm like waiting for the week when I don't get to talk about her and the clothes that she gave me, because I feel like every week I sell a good number of stuff from her because she gave me so much. And the next thing that sold was an identical piece, but just in a different color. So this was by Kim and Cami. It was a front tie button-up blouse in a size large, but just in green this time instead of the black. And I was really hoping that those two would get bundled together, and they absolutely did. The next thing to sell was this Cynthia Rowley activewear hoodie pullover in a size medium. When I first started thrifting to resell, I remember getting really excited about Cynthia Rowley because I was like, this is a good brand, right? But Cynthia Rowley is now sold at places like TJ Maxx and Marshalls. And not that just because a brand is sold at TJ Maxx and Marshalls, it's not a good brand, but I'm talking, she has a line exclusively for TJ Maxx and Marshalls. Like she makes clothing items just for those stores. It's not like, they were sold at a place like Macy's or Nordstrom or something and they got clearance down and that's why they got sent to TJ Maxx and Marshalls. These are like made just for TJ Maxx. So I think for that reason, Cynthia Rowley as a brand has definitely gone way down in its resale value. But this was before I knew all that when I picked it up. And after I figured it out, I was like, okay, so she's going to my 4 for $25 sale. And the last thing in this bundle was this Z by Zella blue workout tank, and it was like kind of oversized in a size medium. Z by Zella, or Zella by itself, is a workout line, like an athletic line sold at Nordstrom. It's Nordstrom's house athletic line. And I think it has a decent following, but in general, like activewear tanks just don't do very well. And I've picked up other Zella pieces in the past too and just not had a lot of luck with them. I personally really like Zella, and one of the fashion bloggers that I really like, I don't remember her name right now, but her blog is Extra Petite, and I like her because she's little and Asian like me, but she loves Zella, especially for petite figures. And so I don't know, I just thought that the following for Zella was much bigger than it is, but regardless, I got rid of it, and those 4 items sold for $25, and I made $20 on all of those pieces. And then the last thing to sell over on Poshmark was actually a boutique item. I have a friend who sells wholesale jewelry and accessories, and every once in a while I'll make a bulk purchase from him. And this was one of those things that I actually got like 2 orders ago. So I have been sitting on these for quite some time. If you are in the market for a laptop bag, please, hit me up. But this was a new with tags vegan leather crossbody laptop bag in like a taupey color. Someone sent me an offer on this bag for $40, which I happily accepted, and I made $32 on that. These laptop bags are so cute and so functional. The annoying thing is I have a MacBook Air and it does not fit a MacBook Air. So if you have anything smaller than a MacBook Air, it'll fit that, like a Chromebook or what are those? Surface, those thingies. I don't know. I'm such a Mac person. I have no idea when it comes to things that are not Mac. But yeah, and it'll hold like an iPad really well. If it fit my MacBook, I would definitely, keep one for myself, but it doesn't. So that is life. On the 30th of January, I sold nothing on Poshmark or eBay or Mercari. So that was awesome. Not. And then on the 31st of January, I had a couple sales over on eBay, none on Poshmark. So that was a 2-day streak on Poshmark with no sales. But on eBay, the first thing to sell was this Athleta black Seeker tank ruched dress in a size extra small. This one, I was kind of sad because I wasn't getting a lot of attention on it. Someone finally sent me an offer for $20. And while that was much less than I wanted to accept, after looking at comps, I was like, that's pretty much like what I can expect to get for this. And I had them pay for $4 of shipping. I had to pay $4.08 to ship it out. So I ended up making $16.80. I think that a long time ago, I sold an Athleta dress for like $40 or something, and easily, like in a very short amount of time. And ever since that, I'd had this idea in my head that Athleta dresses sell really super well. But that's just not the case. Like, just because something sold really well once does not mean that that's always going to happen. And so I need to get in the habit of checking comps on everything and not relying on, well, it sold well one time. Like, that's just not how things work, especially in reselling. Trends change, fads change, brands come and go, and you have to keep up with what's selling. Otherwise, you're not going to remain relevant and you're not going to be able to pick up the stuff that people are actually looking for. The next thing that sold on eBay on the 31st was this Forever 21 pink button-up denim mini skirt in a size 29. This I did not go out of my way to pick up, but I believe a coworker gave to me for free. Someone sent me an offer on it for $7, which I happily accepted. I had them pay for $4 of shipping. It cost $4 to ship out, so I made $5.57 on that. On Saturday, the 1st of February, I had a bundle sale on Poshmark. One item was from my 4 for $25 sale, and it was this Max Studio striped pull-on maxi skirt. It was like gray and white stripes, and it like folded over on the top in a size large. This was given to me by my friend who lost a ton of weight on the keto diet. Max Studio, I believe, is one of those brands that is, again, sold at like TJ Maxx and places like that. So I wasn't expecting a lot of money for this. I was expecting this to go in a bundle, which it did. The next thing, also from my same friend, is by Kenzie Girl, which, correct me if I'm wrong, is this sold at Kohl's? I feel like it's like one of those kinds of brands. I think also sold at TJ Maxx. I know she really likes TJ Maxx, so that wouldn't surprise me. But it was this pair of high-rise distressed cuffed shorts in a size 14. Really cute, plus size, and plus size doesn't usually stay in my closet for very long. And then the last thing to sell was this Garth Brooks World Tour baseball concert shirt in a size large. I got this at a Goodwill probably like over the summer, so it has been kind of a while. There's always a market for band tees because there are always diehard fans of any given band or singer or whatever. So I like having those kinds of items in my store just because even though they're not always quick flips, they do end up flipping at some point. So I'm okay with that. I want to say that they sent me an offer because typically if I'm sending out offers, I'm also adding discounted shipping on top of that. But I think that this person sent me an offer of $40, so I made $32 on that sale. And then on eBay, I had one sale, and this was from when I went to the bins with the bin pickers and Hope from Rags to Riches. And they both thought, and so did my husband, that these were a pair of women's boots, but they actually ended up being men's boots, and they were Steve Madden Buxton brown leather buckle zip-up boots in a size 9. They were just really cool boots. I saw them and like one of them had some gunk on the top of, you know, the shoe, but I knew that it would come off with like a wet wipe or something, and it did. Cleaned up really nice. These I sent out offers to watchers for $39.90. I think I probably had them listed for like $44.99, and they accepted. I had them pay for $8 of shipping. It cost $8.80 to ship out, so I made $32.87. And then finally on Sunday the 2nd, I only had a couple sales and they were over on Poshmark. And the first was again from the bins when I went with the bin pickers and Hope, and it was in my 4 for $25 sale just because like it was pretty unsubstantial. It was really lightweight, so it barely cost me anything at the bins. And I knew like it would sell, but it just wasn't going to sell for very much. So the brand was Fifth Son, and it was the Star Wars Ringer graphic tank top in a size medium. I actually think my husband found this and he was like, Star Wars, like, you think like people will like it? And I was like, sure, we'll just pick it up because it's going to cost us $0.25. This Sunday, the 2nd, was also closet clear out. So I sent out my closet clear out spiel that I have made videos about. I will link a video here where I talk specifically about my closet clear out technique and even show you a video of like how I do it. But basically I sent them a message in a bundle saying it's closet clear out today and I can drop the price of this to $10. And by doing so, you will receive a shipping discount of $1.80. Would you like to do that? And this person said, yes, I would. So I made $7.05 on that because Poshmark paid for the discounted shipping. And then finally, my last sale of the week and my last sale on Poshmark, which was also a result of the same closet clear out method, was this Athleta neon green or yellow, I want to say green, long sleeve rash guard in a size medium. And it had this like really cute paisley print on the side. I want to say I picked this up either at the bins or at a recent Goodwill trip. Like it was a really recent trip. I don't remember which one. So this one, I, said the same spiel, but instead of $10, I said I can drop the price to $15 because I think I had it at $18 and I really only had it listed for like maybe a week. And the person said, okay. So I ended up making $12. So like I said, not like the greatest week, but I still sold 7 things on eBay for a total of $152.39. And I sold 12 items on Poshmark for a total of $130.70. And that came out to a total of $283.09. Not where I want to be. I mean, I feel like ideally I would be making at least $400 a week, but it's okay. $283, especially when I'm out of town for almost half of that week and when my kids are super sick. I mean, it is what it is. And this week, oh my goodness, let me tell you, like I said, today's Wednesday and I had no sales on Monday or Tuesday, and I finally made one bundle sale and one like super small sale on eBay today. So this week may just be even worse than last week. And I guess I wouldn't be surprised because I didn't do very much listing last week, but I have been doing a little bit more listing this week because I've been stuck in bed and I just, list from my phone while I'm in bed. But man, it's been kind of rough. So to give you an idea of kind of where I'm at for the month and where that puts me for the year as far as my yearly goals go, in the month of January across all 3 platforms, and I think I had maybe like one sale via a haul and we did it through PayPal. In the month of January as a reseller, I made $1,677.59. That includes all the shipping costs taken out, all of the fees. So that's literally what went in my bank account. That doesn't account for cost of goods because, to be honest, I'm not awesome at tracking that. I'm getting better. But generally my cost of goods are really low because I get a lot of stuff for free and I go to places like the bins or, recently I have been getting more stuff at Goodwill as well. But generally speaking, my cost of goods is pretty low. So $1,677.59 for the month of January. I had said in this video right here, which was about my reseller goals for the year 2020, I had said that across all of my reselling platforms, I wanted to make $20,000 this year. Which sounds crazy to say that out loud, but that's what I said. In order to meet that goal, I need to make a minimum of $1,666.66. That's a lot of sixes. That's not a very pretty number, but I exceeded that goal by a very, very little bit, but I exceeded it, which is really exciting. And as I continue to list and kind of push myself to share more and do all that kind of stuff, I'm hoping that that number only continues to go up. So I am at 8.39% of my goal for the year. So that's really exciting. Now, this month is insane. In a couple days, I'm traveling to St. Louis with my other acapella group because they're competing, and we have auditions coming up for a spring musical. We have concerts, we have a ton of performances for my acapella groups. So it's crazy. Like, there's a lot going on. But I'm confident that with, good time management, I'll be able to still crank out the number of listings that I need, thanks to List Perfectly, which is a wonderful cross-listing software, and I will link my affiliate link down below. It's not unheard of for me to get 5 to 10 cross listings from Poshmark over to eBay and Mercari per day. That's pretty simple. And hopefully Mercari wakes up and does something for me. My goodness, Mercari sometimes I really wonder, why do I continue to bother with you? Because she just does not reward me with any sales. I'm going to learn from, what things worked for me this week, as well as what things just weren't working, and learn to leave those things behind and keep focusing on the things that do bring about sales. So if you guys enjoy this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up on your way out. And if this is your first time hanging out with me, please consider subscribing and make sure you hit that little bell notification as well, because that is how you are alerted with all of the new content that I put out. That is it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys in the next one.